Welcome back
to Conversations with Chris
and Crystal.
And as we promised, we are going to be showing you how to do some crocheting.
For which month is this? This is a monthly hobby thing. So we're doing, our hobbies and crocheting. Okay.
So, yeah. So the first thing is how to make the beginning loop to put on there.
Yep.
There's different methods that people use. They call them magic ring or whatnot. I just use a good old-fashioned slip knot.
And we were talking about too how when you're working with the tension, because the tension is where I have trouble with crocheting, and we were talking about the tension.
Right.
And I liked her idea of the little piece to put on your finger there, the tip thingy, the rubber tip, because then the yarn can go right around this ridge right here. Actually, it kind of floats around that, and that I think would make a big difference. Because I probably have it down here and have it flying all over the place. And I don't get the right tension because of it.
They also have rings that you can get where where it loops. You can put it on this finger and the yarn will loop around there. I prefer my method, but you should experiment and find out what you like best.
It definitely didn't work for me. I mean, I just couldn't do it. So go ahead and show the tension situation.
And this is how I always do it. You put it around the pinky. Starting out this way, and then around, and underneath, and over the first finger.
There you go.
And then I use my thumb a lot to control the tension.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I don't know what I did. I have this whole big kit of different sizes of, and some of the smaller ones you probably would use to do lace work, really fine crochet, and then I tend to use the medium one in here in the middle here. Anyway, so.
Yeah, in fact, my favorite is the G.
Let's see, which one am I? Oh, I have a G too. Yep, yeah. I've got the G.
So I tend to use it for everything. Unless I'm doing something very small or something very large. But
we use this for the play, so it's been sitting there waiting for something to happen. Okay. I don't even know what I've got going on here with this knot. All right. Let me see what it is I do, because I'm probably going to be the epitome of what you shouldn't do. Okay, so I did something, but I never went that way.
Okay, so that's
I had it here. I had it around this finger.
Yeah, this might help you with your tension.
Yeah, I think so.
That's tight, and I can loosen it up.
Yeah, I never went. I just kind of had it going through here, so it should be through here. Okay, now I feel like I can't do it. Blessed, I don't like. I'm gonna make a new one.
So I always learned to do it the Continental way, which is like holding it like a knife. And she learned how to do it the European way, which is holding it like a pencil.
Like a pen. Yeah.
So
I do like a pen.
And it doesn't matter whichever way is most comfortable for you is the way you should hold it. So.
Yeah, okay. So see, I didn't have that. Okay. So is there a Continental way to hold it in the tension department?
No, the tension is all with your other hand. Okay. And those of you who are left-handed, we're both right-handed.
Yeah, we're both right-handed.
So you'll just reverse this. So your right hand would be doing the tension, and your left hand would be.
Okay. So you hold it like this, and I hold it like this. Okay, I got it.
And another thing that I do is when I'm starting, I hold on to that little tail. So at the beginning, that helps you control your tension too. And so this we're going to show you now.
I'm just doing the wrong thing, so don't worry about it over here.
So the first stitch I wanted to show you is the chain stitch. And you start off with your slip knot.
Yeah,
or
your slip knot or your
magic
loop there.
loop,
Yeah,
whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then you're just going to go under the yarn and pull it through that loop.
Yeah.
And you've got your first chain.
Okay.
So I tend to chain pretty fast. And I move my thumb and middle finger up as I go. And that helps control the tension too.
I guess.
So the next stitch I wanted to show is the single crochet stitch. So you've got a little bit of a chain going there. So now you're just going to go into, not this first one. You're not going to go into the first one.
Right, I remember that. Yeah.
But the
second
the
one?
second one, you're going to go in there, slip it right into the thing, grab your yarn and pull it back through, and then you've got 2 loops on your hook.
I have 2 loops. I have 2 right there.
Then-
I'm sorry, you can't even see them. There we go.
Then you're going
There's
to
2.
take your yarn and put it over
Okay.
again, pull it through both loops, and there's your single
Both
crochet.
loops. Got it.
And it doesn't look like much here, but I'm going to just go ahead and go down the chain with it so you can see what it looks like when you
get done. When you have is this single, right?
single crochet.
Even though you're doing double, it's single.
Now that's another interesting point too, because
Yeah.
in England this is considered double crochet.
Oh, okay. Interesting. All those English people that are watching and they go, what is that woman talking about? She has no idea what she's saying.
When I first learned how to crochet, I thought that chain is what I always thought was single crochet, so I was just chaining all the way across and back and forth, and I wondered why it was so hard to get the hook in there, and
Okay.
then finally it's like, oh, single crochet has the 2 loops on the thing.
On the end. Okay.
So here you go. Here's a whole row of single crochet.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't have a whole row. I have about 4 stitches.
If you were going to continue on, you would make a chain
Yep.
as you turn.
Yes.
All right, so now I'm going to show you double crochet. So instead of just the one chain,
Oh, did
I'm
you show
gonna
them how
do
to turn?
2. Well, this is the turning.
Oh, there's the turn. Okay.
So then you turn your thing. So if you're just doing single crochet again across the next way, you would just do 1 chain. Now, since I'm doing double crochet, I'm going to do 3 chains. And when you double crochet, you begin by looping over your hook before you go into the chain.
Okay.
So then you bring up another loop and you've got 3 loops on your chain, I mean on your hook, 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over again, go through the first 2 loops, so you end up with 2 loops left.
I have too far to go.
Yarn over and,
To keep up. Yes.
and go through the last 2 loops. So then you've got your double crochet.
Hither. And yawn.
And yarn.
And yarn. There you go.
Hither and yarn. Oh, that sounds like a good name for a store. Hither and yarn.
Yes.
I'll show you what to do with this little tail that's sticking down here at the bottom. What you don't want to just cut it off because then your knot could come out. So you're going to just, whoops, helps if I show it where the camera can see it.
I'll show you how to do it.
So you're just going to go into your stitches and pull that piece of yarn right in.
Right through them all.
Weave it in. If you can't do it with your hook, you can always take a yarn needle and do it that way.
Yeah, they're the ones that are they're big and they're blunt on the end, so they can go through.
Big eye, so you can get big yarn in there.
Yes, big yarn.
And
Okay, this is nuts. I am doing crazy things.
then whatever little tail is left, you can just snip that off and you're good. And then that blends it in nicely.
There you go.
So, now as for gauge.
Sure.
If you start...
Get right on that.
You start reading patterns, which there are a lot of tutorials on YouTube and so forth.
yeah.
So but you don't learn the abbreviations for patterns and things. So I highly recommend getting an easy pattern. In fact, you can get my cute octopus pattern. My mom did say, though, she thought it was kind of difficult for a beginner, but
Hey, who's to decide what's difficult for you?
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
really, seriously.
But
Okay, I'm making a mess here. Okay,
yeah, you
guys,
can be
go
the
ahead.
judge of that, and it'll familiarize you with some of the abbreviations and whatnot. But as for gauge, the only time gauge is really important is if you're making something that someone is wearing or something that's supposed to fit on a bed, like an Afghan or something like that. For me, I don't pay much attention to gauge. I just use my favorite crochet hook and get going. But gauge is, for instance, this is about 1 inch. So you could say, you would count how many stitches you got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stitches per inch, let's say. So, and a lot of patterns will say what your gauge is supposed to be, X number of stitches per inch. So you'll make a little swatch to see where you are in there. And if you're too small, get a bigger hook, and that'll help you. Or if you're too big, get a smaller hook to use to make gauge.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
So how are you doing?
Huh. I'm getting loose. I get loosey goosey, then I get too tight. Then it's definitely sticking on my finger. And you know what? It's hitting my ring now. Now it's getting caught on my ring, and so I'm like, what is going on with this thing? It just doesn't want to go with me.
This is what I was talking about in the prior video about how you get that line there.
Yeah.
And it gets deeper the more you crochet. So like if I was crocheting for several hours, it would be a deep groove, and it does go away. I'm not saying it's permanent.
Right.
But I don't like having it, so that's why I put one of these guys on.
Well, I just, let me try that one of those guys. I'm gonna try.
Might
and
be
see.
too big.
I don't know. Really what I need is that ridge, that little ridge. I think.
Oh.
That's really all
You
I
might
really
do
need.
well with one of the rings that they have.
Here, okay.
It's so funny too because it's so natural to me now that I just go.
I know. I
go.
told you, that's what happens with us. There are things that we do so easily, and then people say, "Oh, how do you do that?" And we're like, "Why wouldn't you know how to do that?"
Yeah, we thought everybody knew how to do
Yeah, we
it.
thought everybody knew how to do that. That's nothing new. But yeah, here, don't you love this? I'm not even on the ridge.
Oh. Well, but that might help, just
To
having,
guide it there, to keep it there. That could be a deal. Okay, so now I got to the end finally of my single crochet, and it's turned into this corkscrew thing.
which is actually that would be good for making that octopus.
Yeah, but anyway, so it's kind of hard to handle. So when you're yarning over and doing this, are we going into these loops here
That is a good question.
or here? I don't know if you can even see this. You probably can see it on hers. Yeah, it's better on yours. I
so
think.
she's asking, do we go in between the little chain thing on the top or underneath?
Yeah, I don't know if not far enough. Okay, so you can see this chain. See this chain on top? That's going along. So are we going in this loop or this loop on the back?
And that is a
Sort of
good
on the-
question because
Thank you. I think you can take it either one, but be consistent when you do it then.
Yeah,
But
but the thing is, you should go underneath both of them like that.
Oh,
Because that is a different stitch if you do if you
they
go,
go into one.
yeah,
We're
that
going
is
into
called
we're going into the opening.
yeah.
So we end up with 3 pieces on there, 3 loops, right? Because I went into it.
Okay, yeah. And that's another good thing because when I was teaching crochet, I didn't understand what someone was telling me when they said, so there's 3 loops on there. I'm like, no, there's just the one because I wasn't counting this.
But we just went into the
yeah.
thing. Yes.
Now, when you're double crocheting, you can see there's this hole. So you can you go underneath
that, and that leaves you with 3 on top.
Yeah.
Voila.
But the other stitch that you were doing that
Could go in between them.
Yeah,
Yes.
that makes a little ridge. It's actually a nice little thing. I'll do it right quickly. It's called doing it's called stitching in the back. I think it is.
The back 40.
Yeah, the back of the.
I'm gonna soldier on with my double crochet. Okay, so when I do the double crochet going through the loop, and then I come out, do I look at
Yarn
this.
over again. So
yarn over once or twice?
once.
Once. Okay. Oh, that's
so
right. We already
you yarn
have,
over,
we already
go
have
in,
a
yarn
lot of-
over again.
We already have a lot of people going on here. Okay.
Okay, so
oh,
so
man.
you see how this turned out? So there's this little ridge here. Yeah.
In.
So
Okay.
I actually, my grandfather's cousin was teaching me how to do that, and she made this pretty cool looking
Grandfather's cousin, I
zigzag
love it.
Christmas tree stitch, and I was so
Oh.
fascinated by that. And
Okay,
So, yeah,
okay.
but that's
I
a
have no idea what I'm doing.
whole other thing.
I will do it
And
again.
there are some patterns.
Okay. Oh, I'm on the wrong side.
There's some patterns when you do this, then you go back in to the loop that you left out before. So like your next row, you go ahead and crochet through that loop.
I think I'm doing something weird.
And then it makes kind of an interesting little thing.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So what happened with you?
I think okay, what did I do? Okay, so I go into the hole.
Well, first you yarn over.
Or do you yarn over first?
If you're
okay.
double crocheting, yes.
Okay, all right. Then
Then
you go into
the
okay,
hole.
these glasses are not working very well. And then yarn over again.
Yeah.
Now you have the 3.
Now
then
adjust
you
your
come-
tension. So
Okay, I did. I pulled through.
through 2. So
Just through 2?
Just through 2.
Oh, then I screwed up the first
And
one.
then you
because I
yarn
didn't
over
do
again
that.
in the next 2.
All right, so now we're going to have an interesting going uphill kind of thing. I could take it off. I could take it off, and I could do that. I could take it off. Okay, not that I'm making anything great here.
We're just practicing.
We're just playing around, trying to figure out how to make this thing work. Okay.
Just practice and work on your stitches, and you can always pull them out again
And redo it. Actually, I actually like the rhythm of it. I like just having the rhythm and then tearing it all apart and redoing it again because the rhythm keeps me from eating all the time. Oh wait. Oh. Uh-oh.
What'd you do?
Ooh. I lost somebody in the interim here. How'd that happen? Where did he come from? Where does this one go?
That is actually,
That belongs over here.
I think it's
I think I came out too far.
like this.
Yeah, I came out too far.
So so you would go underneath both of those.
Underneath both of those. Underneath both of those. Okay, got it. I think.
Well, we could talk about increasing. If
Okay.
you'd like.
Well, what about? Is there any other stitches?
Oh, there's a lot of other stitches.
Yeah.
I
Which
just
ones
didn't
do
know
we
how
wanna
far
do?
we wanted to get
Oh,
into
okay,
this today.
okay. All right,
but,
that's fine. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that I don't know. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I thought this might be good for now.
For beginners. Okay, yeah. This is where you begin. Single crochet, double crochet. This makes me cross-eyed.
So I'm at the end of my row. I'm not going to increase at the end. I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, and turn, and put another one right next to that turning chain.
Okay, this didn't work. I don't know what's going on here.
And go all the way across again.
Oops.
Okay, so you can kind of see how I've been increasing each row. See how it's getting a little more wedge-shaped as we go.
See how I am not increasing this row and trying to figure out what in the world I'm doing to begin with. Here it is. See, here I am. I'm just so tight here because I want to go and get this one. Now, I mean, these would be really, really... See, and I'm stuck. I can't get... My pinky's not letting go. It's just stuck.
La, 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 let's move those fingers.
Yeah, see? Yaha! Yo-ho!
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
oh.
I see the problem here.
Okay, all right.
So,
Okay, hold on. Okay, there we go. Where are we going?
So we're going, let's see. La, da, da, da.
But isn't that in the same spot now?
Try and get it to move a little bit here. La 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 la. Okay.
I'm sorry. I know that one started to hurt. It was like, wait.
You're sawing my finger off. Stop it.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Why is it so easy for me?
I know. I don't. If
See,
anybody
like,
has to
like, look at that.
Now I'm looped over twice.
See, mine just moves. So
mine does not. Maybe it's too thin a yarn.
Shouldn't matter though.
I know it shouldn't matter, but it does for some
That's
reason.
so odd.
Yeah, because you can see it's just stuck right there. I'm trying to pull down, and I've got this extra up here.
Let me see. Okay, so again, why is it working for me? I don't
And it doesn't
understand.
work. Okay, hand. Yours looked. Okay, so it went like this and like this.
Let's see, like
Okay,
that.
that's right.
and
That's right.
around.
So we went up and around. Oops. And we come over here. Yeah, see, it doesn't. You have to really pull hard. And that's so weird. That's so weird. Okay, if anybody has an answer for me, I would love to hear it.
Yeah, and
Yeah, see, I don't. And it'll eventually go. But it's really hard.
that is so odd.
Yeah.
Something's not right.
There's got to be something wrong with this. Well, see, I keep dropping that and just doing it here because I can't get it off my pinky. It gets stuck on my pinky, my little pinky. Is that weird? I know. You saw it here first. I mean, you know it's happening. It's yeah. Okay, so we're just looping around and around and around and around and around and around.
I'm saying, like, are her hands like more lotiony or something? I don't know.
No, I don't think so. So
weird. That is bizarre.
I
Either
just-
that or
I-
my hands are weird.
I don't know. Maybe it's a practiced thing. Although you are pulling on it and it's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
Is that
and
just
it works
bizarre?
with me when I use
I
yours.
know. Isn't that weird? This is so weird. This is so weird. Maybe you guys have other ways to hold the yarn. Like I said, I can do this one. I can do this without getting the pinky involved, and I can do that. But again, the tension is off, in my opinion. It just doesn't seem to work for me.
Yeah, well, if that doesn't work, then maybe doing it the way you do it, but you'll have
Now,
to...
see, I'm pinching it between these two fingers. I can feel that. I can feel me holding it there.
Okay, well, that might be the thing.
That
to
might
do
be what
then.
works. And then when I let loose, it allows some of it to go through. But I don't know that I stay in some reasonable facsimile thereof. I get different stitches, I get different sizes, I get different tension.
And for me, the tension is mostly in the first finger when I work, because it's like, see how this is going?
Yeah, you have to make sure it's
so
really...
it's more, I guess for me, it's more the pinky is holding the yarn and letting it slide through.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know, it's weird. But I can feel myself, if I just go, here, we'll just, you guys watch and you tell me what's going on with my hand here. Okay. Oh. Okay, now I'm stuck in the loop. Okay, okay, well, at least I'm not stuck out of the loop, right? Okay.
All right,
Here's,
well,
that's yours. Yes, thank you so much for sharing this lovely hobby time with us. And just remember, take care of yourself because nobody else will. Bye for now.